for the
Aimee was willing to embrace either Darwin or the Bible, science or divine revelation. Oh God, she prayed, if there is a God, reveal yourself to me.
Tonight, we want to give a warm welcome to our brother from Ireland, Brother Robert Semple. Would you give him a warm welcome?
And it was at this moment that she laid eyes on the man who would forever change her life, preacher Robert Semple.
Repent, said Peter.
When Robert Semple stepped up to the pulpit, all 6'2" of him, dark, Irish, handsome, Aimee, like most young women who have their first experience of the charismatic preacher, fell in love, and she fell hard.
Will you say yes to God? Will you be filled by the Holy Spirit?
It seemed that Robert was speaking into her very soul, and it seemed that he saw everything about her.
Will you give your whole life to God? Repent! The Spirit of God is pouring out on all flesh. Will it reach your heart? Will you be His vessel?
At her first Pentecostal revival, Aimee Kennedy found renewed faith, a resolution of her spiritual crisis, and a husband. Soon Aimee and Robert Semple were married, partners in the Pentecostal faith, intent on spreading the word. In the spring of 1910, the couple boarded a steamer bound for China. They were self-appointed missionaries for a movement that had begun a decade before, when a Bible student in Kansas began speaking in tongues.
Early Pentecostals thought that Jesus was coming any day, and that meant that they needed to go and preach the gospel. They thought that actually the languages that people claimed to speak under the power of the Holy Spirit were known languages, and that those languages would indicate where they should go and where they should preach.
If you were going to be a Pentecostal missionary, you just went. You don't need a missionary board, you don't need church backing, you don't need to learn the language. God's going to provide for you.
The Semples came to preach and convert. But for Aimee, the strangeness of China proved profoundly unsettling. Once, while watching a funeral from her window, she became hysterical, convinced that the corpse on the burning pyre was still alive.
Aimee experienced enormous difficulties in China. The heat was appalling. The food was completely foreign to her. The entire culture was something that, as a farm girl, she had absolutely no preconception of.
China was so strange to Aimee that she had no notion that the produce they ate was grown in soil fertilized by human waste, a potential source of infection. Aimee and Robert had arrived in Hong Kong in June. By the end of August, Robert Semple was dead from dysentery and malaria. Aimee was 8 months pregnant, penniless and alone. Aimee Semple made her way to New York City, where her mother arranged a job for her daughter, collecting money for the Salvation Army.